Hello and welcome to another edition of RHOX Garage Crash Course. I'm your host Duffy. Today we're going to go over 12 to 48 volt LED light kits. There's a little bit of confusion here in the industry and some things that are going on with the LEDs. In the golf car market, LEDs were introduced as 12 volt accessories in the beginning. Since then they've evolved from 12 volts to 12 to 24 and now 12 to 48 volts. One of the biggest issues we have when running accessories at more than 48 volts is there's a great opportunity to damage some of your product. So today here I've got a RHOX light kit. It's an LGT307L. On this box you can see it reads 12 to 48 volts DC operation, so which is great. It's fantastic for you that are running a 36 volt or a 48 volt golf car. You can install that right in and connect that to your full battery pack without running a voltage reducer. It's a great opportunity for you to save some money and not have to invest in a voltage reducer as well with your light kit. There are some pitfalls here that can get us into big trouble though. In this box, you're going to find a caution sheet. In this box, the caution sheets here talks about 12 to 48 volt operation. You need to be very, very careful when we connect your accessory to anything more than 12 volt. 48 volts is dangerous. It's like welding. It can injure you, it can injure your cart, it can injure your controller. There's a lot of things that it can damage inside that vehicle, so you want to use extreme caution. If you have any concerns or you're not sure, go to a golf car professional and have them install the kit for you so you make sure you don't destroy any accessories or possibly your cart. In the box you'll find the light kit. Looking at this light kit, there's no way for you to know by looking at this whether it's 12, 24, 36, 48 volt. It doesn't tell you. It's all in the heat sink and the electronics inside of this. So it could be very confusing to you. Go by what your box says on it and whether you have a warning sheet inside this box. So just like I said, if you're looking for some type of something on the light kit itself, you will not find that. It will not say 12 to 24 volts on that. So this light kit runs at 12 to 48 volts with no issues whatsoever. It'll run all day long. It'll perform fantastic for you. Where we run into problems was when we start installing accessories. Where you can run into some issues with the higher voltages, higher than 12 volts, is like a brake switch. So this is a LGT138 RHOX product brake switch pedal mount. This can actually run up to 48 volts at low amperage. So there's not really a monstrous concern with just a simple brake switch if you're using it. But when you get into some other components, you get into some brake switches. So this is an underbody actuated switch. Same thing, rated for 12 to 24 volts, but not 48 volts. Then you run into some significant issues. We have a brake timer which is used on several carts. This brake timer, it's an LGT142 RHOX product as well. If you hook this to more than 12 volts, it will destroy this product. If you destroy this product, it is out of warranty. There are diodes and resistors in these products that we basically can check and tell if what the voltage has been connected to. If it's been connected to anything more than 12 volts, then unfortunately that product is destroyed and it's out of warranty at that point. A couple other items here. 12 volt outlet speaks for itself. 12 volt outlet. That's what this can operate at, 12 volts. If you run this, you can run 48 volts to it, 24, 36 all day long. If you do that and you connect your iPhone to it, your iPad, anything else, you will destroy that product. This can only run 12 volts. So make sure if you're installing that, you're only operating at 12 volts. A couple other things here real quick. So turn signals. Very important. This is a RHOX 132 turn signal and a 112 turn signal. Good solid products will run for you day in and day out without an issue at 12 volts. When you go to run this, if you run this turn signal, which is completely electronic, if you run this turn signal at anything more than 12 volts, it will destroy the product. Same thing, we have diodes and resistors internally that allow us to check it and see what voltage was run through it. So we will know if there's been more than 12 volts run through it, and unfortunately your warranty will be denied at that point in time. So make sure you're only running 12 volts for this turn signal. We also have the LGT112 turn signal. We have a 143 turn signal. It's very similar in design, so I didn't pull that one. But the 112, same thing, just a different design of turn signal that we have. It's made for 12 volt operation. So if you run this turn signal with more than 12 volts, we're going to run into some significant issues. Same thing, we have diodes and resistors internally that allow us to check that and see what voltage was run through it. If we find that it was run at more than 12 volts, then unfortunately it voids your warranty. So it's one of the things, you just want to be very, very careful. All of these accessories that we have sitting out here, 12 volt accessories. You're running your light kit only, no issues. You can get away with the brake switch on most, as long as it doesn't have the brake timer put back in the box there. But turn signals, anything outside of the your absolute basics, then you're going to want to run a voltage reducer. The last thing I'd like to cover with the crash course is the use of a multimeter or voltage meter. So I have a simple voltage meter here that I picked up from Lowe's. They're available at Home Depot, Lowe's, Sears, $15–20 for a lower end that'll do everything you need to do. I can't stress the importance enough of a voltage meter when you're installing electrical accessories. When you put more voltage into an accessory than it's rated for, it destroys that accessory. When that happens and it comes back to us for warranty, unfortunately that warranty is void at that point in time. So it's real important that you utilize this. A test light will not show you 24, 36, or 48 volts. It'll show you that there's voltage there, but it will not show you how much voltage is there. If you're not comfortable using a voltage meter, please consult an expert, someone that uses one day in and day out and is comfortable with that. That's pretty much it for today. Thank you for joining us, and this wraps up our crash course for today.